Hello friends, and welcome to my Creative Arts Studio. Let's get busy making this Love Always card. So in your kit you have a cardstock piece. This one happens to be 7 inches by 8 1/4, and so we're going to fold it this way and make it 3.5 by 8 1/4, but we'll do that later. I want to work first on the front panel of the card. So you have this beautiful foil designer series paper, black cardstock, and some ribbon, strip of ribbon. You've got 2 hearts die cut from this beautiful foil paper, as well as the word always. And then we have a love word cut out of black cardstock. So the products come from in the current January to June mini catalog. The foil paper is right here. This is the Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper on page 11. And the dies come from this set, the Forever and Always bundle. Here's the dies down here, and that's on page 13. And then I just wanted to point out this heart is actually just one die from this Stitched Be Mine set that's in the annual catalog on page 182. Beautiful heart dies in here, and they all kind of work together. And they're just very pretty. So that's a great set if you're looking for some heart dies. Okay, so let's get started. I want to start first with the die cut. I just want to show you that sometimes when we die cut things with our machine, they don't always completely pop out. Sometimes we just don't get the best cut. It helps if you run it back and forth through your die machine twice. Also, you can add a piece of like printer paper, computer paper, just as an extra. We call it a shim. But sometimes you have to go in and you have to do a little surgery with some scissors just to get the pieces that didn't cut quite through. So hopefully in any of the pieces that I sent you, they cut through really well, but this one piece didn't. And I just wanted to show you that sometimes that just happens, and we just have to go in with our scissors and just help it out a little bit and help it release from where it didn't quite. See, this is so close but just didn't quite get all the way through. I'm just going to go in there with these sharp little pointed scissors and clip that away. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now I want to put the cardstock, the card base, to the side because I want to wrap the ribbon around this front panel. If you already glued it down before watching this video, it's okay. You can glue the ribbon around this black cardstock piece, or you can even just trim it off. It's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and put this black cardstock piece down first. Make sure my tape runner is ready to roll. Okay, and I'm going to put this on a little closer to the bottom, so not in the center. And the reason for that is, and I'm going to try and get this as straight as I can. Sometimes I have to look over top to get it a little bit straighter. I think that's close enough. I want the always to sit like it's almost anchored on there. So that's why I wanted the cardstock piece down a little lower. Now the ribbon is going to go all the way around into the back. Just going to tuck it in there just so we don't have any frayed edges. And I'm going to add a few glue dots onto this black cardstock piece, only because it will help the ribbon stay in place. So I'm going to just go ahead with this and see, you can see where I'm just putting these little glue dots. You just need a few. I find that it's easier to put adhesive on paper than it is to put adhesive on ribbon. Okay, and then we can go ahead and just lay that right down the center of this black cardstock piece. And don't make it too tight, because you don't want you don't want it to kind of make the cardstock want to buckle. So just get it down there like that. That looks really good. And then you can add a glue dot on the back. Oops. If it wants to stick to the back of this paper, there we go. And one more on this side. There. And then you can just wrap your ribbon right into that glue dot. Okay, and now your front panel is ready. Now we can go ahead and put this onto the card base. So if you have a scoreboard or a paper trimmer with a score, you could go ahead and score this at the 3.5 mark. I'm gonna just go ahead, and I do have this the right way, yes. I'm gonna just go ahead and do my best to fold this in half, like so. And then I'm going to use my bone folder to get a nice crease on the edge of that card. All right, so there we go. Now we can glue our front panel onto our card. One more little bit of adhesive on this corner. Make sure you've got your card opening the right direction. That has happened before. And then you're going to center this, and you should have a fairly equal border all the way around, all 4 sides. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add our 2 hearts over here to the side. The always is going to sit right here on the top part of this strip across the front, and then the love is going to be up in the corner. And I forgot to poke those little bits out as well, so I had a couple little spots where the cardstock was hanging around. Got that out. All right, now, so I'm going to start by just putting some dimensionals. Where are my dimensionals? There, oh, right there beside me. Putting some dimensionals on the back of this heart, and I'm using, I've showed you this before, I just cut all my little edge pieces so I can use every bit of what's on here. There, maybe one more in the center. Okay, so that's ready. And now the other pieces, I'm going to use a liquid adhesive because they're pretty delicate and thin, and it'd be really challenging to get any other type of dry adhesive on here, unless you're working with something that has that does just the dots and not the more solid strips. Also too, if you happen to have a sticker machine, a Xyron, that works as well to put adhesive on the back. So I'm gonna place this, I think like that, and just hold it in place for a minute, let that glue dry a little bit and adhere those pieces together. Sometimes it's a little challenging with adhesive, so whatever adhesive you have, if it's not working very well, just be patient with it, because this is a specialty paper with the foil. And sometimes adhesives just don't stick as well. All right, remove the backings on that, and then I'm going to place this foil heart right here. All right, and then let's put the always down next. So just moving kind of quickly, just trying to get a little bit of this liquid adhesive on. You don't want to get too much and have it kind of oozing out the edges. So you're just trying to hit the pieces quickly. Especially with that foil, you don't want to get too much adhesive on top of that foil and make it look too messy. Okay, so again, just going to kind of hold it in place a little bit. Here we go, and then finish off the last piece of this card. Just right off to the side. There we go. Very pretty. I just love it. I think it's simple but very pretty. The foil really adds a nice accent to that card. And then it came in your kit. I provided a really cute envelope for this to go in. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.